Okay, good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Last day of the week to trade, and then we have Monday off, 3 day long weekend. And usually on stats, they say July 1st is pretty good overall, like the probability of going up in the market. But obviously, different. No past performance is guaranteed. There's still a chance that it can end the opposite way. But anyhow, yesterday we basically had this nice little move. We tested resistance support both. First we tested, this is a red candle right here if you can't see it. Right here, we tested support first here, right here of June 23rd. And then obviously the resistance, 3800 plus, all right? Now 3810 was hard, right? It was given yesterday in the pre-market also. 3810 was hard. There was a lot of adjustments that had to be done there. They were not able to hold it. And then we had 3770, which was very important, all right? And under 3770 they had sells to trigger. Now you guys need to understand one thing: that does not mean I'm bearish or bullish, right? It's information that I share. Under 3770, if somebody goes in heavy, right, they have sells to trigger. If you hit the technical bounce, great. And some of you guys hit it many times, which works great. But many times when I make these comments that there's sells to trigger, it's not like me just saying this, right? I'm watching the book maps, I'm watching the sells, bids, and offers. Sometimes they flush it right down, right? So just be careful with your size, all right? And LB absolutely nailed the bounce here from 3770 on the SPX calls. So congrats, that was a good play on whatever he saw. And so when I say they have sells to trigger, be careful playing that zone, right? Because market makers are not going to care about the bounce there, then they're just going to flush the market, all right? That's happened in the past many times when I make those comments, and then we saw the same thing happen, right? Because this right here, if you guys remember, when they had sells to trigger right here, if you guys remember 4070, right, a lot of people were buying the bounce here. What happened? Right through down, right through down, all right? So just keep that in mind. And today we have two important levels. Which are, they're pretty far out. Number one is 4,000. Now, if you guys know, the JPM collar has been adjusted, and to be honest, it really doesn't matter too much. Really doesn't matter until we reach 4,000 or we go towards 3450. All right, so that's just their own positioning in the market, and to us, it doesn't matter. So if somebody talks about the JPM collar right now for a few weeks, just ignore them. It's not worth it. 4,000 is the top line resistance that we're looking for. That's where they have placed their top bet. And then obviously to a downside, we have 3700 as strong support, and then obviously the next is 3650, 3600, and under 3600 we have 3450 straight. All right, it's a 150 point drop that I would say if we were to sell off. Okay, so just be careful. Right now here we are still in no man's land. Here what happens, I have no idea, but the only thing I can see here is weakness is building up. That I can tell you guys. Weakness building up, whatever the SPX does here, then eventually is gonna break these levels and fall. All right, if it's not able to reclaim above this zone. All right, so then maybe we can shift higher. But right now this is building weakness, nothing else. All right, and I would not even call this a base formation because I don't see that base formation yet. Right, so let's see what happens here. Today what happens, I have no idea. But I can tell you guys one thing: the longer we stay under 3770, the longer we stay under 3770 and 3750, there will be pressure to sell. All right, Vanna, I will look into the chart if there is any today's Friday. All right, I'll look into it, but I don't think so. But 3770 and 3750, if we stay under, there will be pressure to sell. All right, so just keep that in mind. If we reclaim 3770 plus, if we reclaim 3700 plus, then 3800 may be in play. All right, and obviously more. Okay, so let's see what happens today. I really don't know. Very indecisive candle yesterday, right? And from ECB, we were maybe looking for some comments. There were none. Maybe next week or maybe the week after, right? Basically in ECB, if you guys want to know, I'll give you guys one tip. The research will be yours. The work you have to put into it, right? ECB and Christine's comments. All right, ECB, Christine Lagarde, she's the big name in Europe. Just look it up, just like we have Jerome Powell. Fragmentation. All right, this is the word I'll give you guys. Fragmentation. They have many countries in the Eurozone. They're gonna split them into 3 different zones, basically, right? Borrowers, loaners, and donors. All right, so just look into this. And if they set up something like this, that might give some relief and ease to the markets, all right, where the money flow will come in again. All right, so this is the only thing that might not the only thing, but one of the very important things in the markets right now. You guys can go on YouTube. There's enough talk about this. There's some smart ones that talk about this. They'll explain this to you. So ECB and fragmentation. If we hear some news about this in the coming week, or maybe after 2 weeks, maybe next month, the market will give us some gains. All right, it means the market may actually give us some inflows, and we might even head towards 4,200, 4,300 on SPX. All right, so keep an eye on this. Okay. Apart from that, Lee, nothing impressive. The market has been holding, making a double toppy pattern. I have till August. I'm not gonna watch this every day. I think just gonna give it a few days, whatever it does. Today it did have the delivery numbers. Pre-market not really reacting too great, just a few cents. Is nothing. But we feel this zone, this right here. We take this out, then we're likely gonna test all these levels, I think. All right. So just pay attention to the 29th June if you're in Lee. Personally, I'm not gonna watch this. Just gonna watch Neo. I have taken my profits on, similar to Lee, but I think it's actually up more than the pre-market. Neo also needs under 20, 50, 21, I would say. All right, and then Tesla gained a few points in pre-market, but Tesla is weak. Tesla is in the coming months. It's it's going home. I wish I could explain to you guys why it's going home, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong, but just saying it's going home. All right, and we will test 500s and roughly probably 300s, 400. All right, so my first skill in will be in the 500s. I hope we get it. All right, I hope I'm right. And Amazon, not much. If I go on the daily, I don't know if you guys look at the monthly charts. Look at these monthly charts. What makes you guys think the bottom is in? To be honest, like when the chart sells off like this, they're gonna sell it off more. On the monthly, they will give us some reversal signal before they start heading back up. All right, so look for some monthly reversal candles. All right, when we get the monthly reversal candles, we see some demand, then we can be like, okay, you know what, market might recover now. Google also, not much on a monthly. I think we can even go test 1800, 1700 in the coming months. And but for now, let's see what happens. For now, SPX, if I go on the SPX, we're just at this very strong support. We're at this very strong support right here. All right, this is the zone I'm looking for a retest of, which is roughly 3200. This right here. This is the zone I'm looking for SPX personally in the coming months, which happens to be near 3200. But for 1-2 months, can we bounce? Yes, we can. We can actually have a bear flag on a monthly and then break down. We don't have to break down right now. We can maybe break down in September, October, maybe in 2023 also, right? Because macro conditions are not too great right now for some time. And then TNX, rates are going down. Rates are going down. Let me go on the daily, right? So the daily is right here. Right now we're at 2.92, or right here. And TNX weakness means bullishness for TLT right now. These are the two charts which are correlated. All right, bonds. Okay, so TLT also looks good pre-market. I took my exits on TLT. I just want to go cash into long weekend. I had a big position. I had $10,000 in this position, so I took them out. Just want to stay cash. But TLT bonds, I think it looks good. The only thing I can say is the 50 MA. If we can hold above the 50 MA on TLT, right, and we can build a base, bonds are having some inflows. All right, so keep an eye on bonds. Okay. So next week I might actually buy some spreads on TLT, maybe further out. All right, so I'll revisit it. And apart from that, guys, I don't have much. Let's see, LB, unless you wanna add anything into it, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so see you guys back in the chat, and yep.